Twin Trouble. While Edward was at the works, Boko worked hard on his branch line. Constructing long, heavy roads and Scottish toilets. The two twins then backed up onto the train. "Thank you for shutting our trains, Boko," Donald said. "Aye," said Douglas. "No wonder we're right. You aren't need such a bad sort of engine." Boko smiled. "I'm glad you're beginning to trust me and the rest of the other diesels." The Scottish twins couldn't help but agree, and they steamed along the way with their train. Meanwhile, at Lower Sudbury, there was trouble. Trouble was struggling on the crossing to get a cart full of hay off the tracks. One of his wheels were wobbly and he wasn't able to pull it. He then heard the sound of two whistles. "Oh no," he said. "The Scottish twins are coming." Donald then could see the cart. "Apply your brakes," he said. But it was too late. Donald crashed off the rails. Donald was cross just as Douglas pulled up to him. "Quit being such a pushy puffer," Donald huffed crossly. "Don't call me a pushy puffer," Douglas said back. "You pushed me right into that wee hay cart," Donald huffed. "You pulled me, you mean," Douglas said. "Didn't he?" "Did so." "Did not." "Did too." The arguing kept going just as Boko soon arrived with the breakdown train. "Would you both quit it?" Boko interrupted. "Arguing is not going to solve the solution. Just give it up and get along." But the twins took no notice. By the time Donald was back onto the rails, he was pleased. "Thanks, Boko, but no thanks to Dougie here." "It was no thanks to you for not warning me," Douglas huffed. "Just quit the arguing and get a move on already," Boko said. So the twins did. But unfortunately, after the incident, the twins didn't even speak to each other for the rest of the week. A little later at the harbor, on Edward's branch line, the two of them had some news for the engines. "There's going to be a delivery that needs to be taken to Alsborough for a new railway. And I also need another engine to work in their absence while they're away. Please, sir, can I stay here?" "I only need one engine," Sir Topham had said. "Not two. You and Douglas are two engines." "Actually, sir, I'm only one engine, and I would like to stay here." "Well, very well, then," said Sir Topham Hatt, looking confused but agreed. "Won't you miss one another?" Ben asked. If neither one of us were away, Bill added, we both would miss each other. Ha, I'll be much better on my own, Douglas huffed. And as Douglas steamed away to make the delivery, Donald also spoke. Good riddance, Douglas is away. I have work to do. And Donald huffed away too. A mild duckworth under Edward's branch line in Douglas's absence. He enjoyed it. Sorry to say that things didn't really seem to go too well. Did you shut my cars onto the other line? Donald asked. I thought you said you wanted them on the other line, Duck said. I'm confused. No, Mr. Waterwheels, Donald said. Not the other line. The other line. Duck couldn't understand. Ah, Donald groaned. Dougie shouldn't have known what I meant. And steamed out to let his cars. Boko then ordered up. Take no notice of him. He's crossed because of that accident at Lower Sodor. He's not even learning how to let it be. Well, someone needs to make him and Douglas get along before it's too late. Duck agreed. Yeah, said Boko. The two engines knew that something had to be done, but they couldn't think of any ideas. That night, the engines went to the shed after a hard day's work. Thank goodness somebody finally came back to the shed. Have you come to say sorry to me, Dougie? Donald huffed. Sorry for what? I don't have anything to be sorry for. Douglas snapped. Ah, what a nuisance you are. And he steamed in the back of the shed crossly. Haven't I told you to just get along? Boko growled. He's right. Just get along and don't keep this up. Otherwise bad stuff might happen. The twins paid no attention. The next morning, Donald was in a bad mood. His driver tried to start him, but nothing worked. I hope Dougie says sorry for the way he was arguing with me, he said. Then Duck began to notice something. The turntable was moving. Donald, be careful. The turntable's moving. But Donald wasn't listening. He steamed out of the shed quickly. And Donald didn't even notice this until it was too late. He came off the rails. Well, this is what happens when people argue, Boko said. Luckily, the turntable stopped. I'll go get help. Duck knew that he won't be able to pull Donald back onto the rails, so he went to go get Douglas at once. Duck soon found Douglas at Titmuth Station. Quick, Douglas, he said. Donald has had an accident. Donald had an accident? Douglas cried. I'm on my way. He steamed away at once. As Douglas was about to make his way to put Donald back onto the rails, Donald's driver spoke to him severely. "I am disappointed in you, Donald," he said. "You should know better than to just race along the turntable and derail." "Yeah, you're right, sir," Donald sighed. At last, Douglas finally arrived to put Donald back onto the rails. By the time Douglas was coupled up to Donald, he pulled him back onto the rails. "Thank you, Dougie," Donald smiled. "Sorry if I was arguing with you." "No, it should be me who should be sorry." "No, it should be me," Donald huffed crossly. "No, it's me who should be sorry, not you," Douglas said. "Enough," Boko interrupted again. "He's right," Duck said. "Just be grateful that you two are friends again." "And not only that," Boko said, "that whole accident wasn't even both of your faults. A wheel on the cart was wobbly, and that's why you crashed into it." The two engines then knew that Boko and Duck were right. "Hey, Dougie," Donald said, "I want you to purposely forming a little alliance." "Aye," Douglas agreed. "It's just a little something I've heard from young Thomas and young Gordon. You help me and I'll help you." "Okay, right you are," Donald said. "Now that's what I call getting along," Boko said. After that, the two engines thought it would be best to not argue about small things anymore.